Hello and welcome to the Desert Oasis Showcase House. This is an amazing showcase house open to the public. I'm the lead designer. I'm Michael Berman. I work with a group of fabulous interior designers to help put this house together. What I loved about the house when I first saw it was the incredible mid-century modern A-frame that it has. The architecture, it's really strong. It's that soaring, roof line that simulates like a bird in flight. And the house was originally built in 1978 by an architect named John Walling. And the new owner asked myself and a bunch of other designers to put together a showcase house that would display his penchant for all things Polynesian, Pacific Island, Hawaiian. He loves that sort of tiki surf vibe. So you're going to see a lot of that infused into the house. So I did, in addition to doing the sort of lead design work on the house, I did the main space when you walk in. I did the living room, it's a dining room, it's a sitting area, and it's this bar right behind me. And so the bar really kind of dictated a lot of what we used as inspiration for the rest of the room. You'll see that this bar, we call it the shark bar. Owner of the house had this idea that he wanted that shark head incorporated somewhere into the house. And he's got a crazy collection of amazing mid-century modern things, great memorabilia, vintage products, retro stuff, and that's sort of really close to my heart as well. And it all works so beautifully here in Rancho, well, actually no, this is Indian Wells, California, part of the Palm Springs community. So the inspiration here, again, was this shark head. And I sort of thought, well, okay, how am I going to incorporate that shark head into a design? And I went to sleep and I literally dreamt about this thing called the shark bar, and drew it up in pencil. And the contractor of the house, Big Wood Builders, they did an amazing job executing it. And working in this house generously is the sponsorship of PIRCH. And PIRCH has, as you all know, amazing appliances, hardware, plumbing fixtures. And so we really took advantage of that, and we wanted to showcase some of the most beautiful and the nicest new products. Something I'm going to focus on in the bar area is my sink and faucet. The sink is from Aliyah, which is distributed by House of Roll, and the faucet is a single lever faucet called Graceline, which coincidentally I just happen to have been the designer for. It's shown in a beautiful new matte black finish, and the sink itself is in a matte black finish, and together they just work beautifully. The faucet has a beautiful knurled, like textured single lever, so it grips really easily, and it has a pull-out spray for cleaning out the kitchen sink or the bar sink as it is. And under that, we have a beautiful display of Sub-Zero products. And Sub-Zero, which is, as you know, a mainstay in our industry, it's synonymous with incredible luxury in appliances and wonderful quality. And so we've got an amazing beverage center, a ice maker, and a wine cooler. And what I love about them is that they all integrate so nicely with our cabinetry, and they all come panel ready. And what we used was, in this whole house, a lot of really beautiful and exotic wood. You'll see monkey pod, which has a gorgeous graining to it. You'll see walnut done in some really gorgeous finishes. There's teak wood, there's mahogany, all of those beautiful woods that are sort of familiar with the islands, the Pacific Islands, Hawaii. And what's great about these Sub-Zero cabinet appliances is that they come panel ready. So we were able to just snap on the beautiful exotic woods for them, and they integrate beautifully. Also, this bar has an incredible, it's called an Aegean green marble countertop. And something that as you come through the house you'll get to see is the way that we incorporated a lot of the sort of surf tiki, retro inspiration, but we combined it with some modern furniture as well. So you'll see, like in the dining room area, we have a gorgeous oval mahogany dining table, and it works so beautifully with a built-in buffet cabinet that I designed that has kind of a butterflied design to the front woodwork of the cabinetry. We did the same thing on the front of the bar, so that there's this almost like sort of like a mid-century modern roofline that's got a folded plate. We did the same thing, but it's actually folded on the face of the bar, and it's done in walnut. So throughout the room, in my spaces, and in a lot of the other designer spaces, you're going to see a thread of continuity that's basically, again, it's this Polynesian modern vibe, which we think, and I think in particular, works so perfectly in Palm Springs and mid-century modern architecture. And then this particular house was designed originally by John Walling, like I mentioned, and what we attempted to do, what I attempted to do, and I think we were really successful with it, is to create a modern footprint, a floor plan, a new floor plan, so that there was a more contemporary flow through the house. You know, people lived differently than they did in the 1950s and 60s and into the 70s. And so we wanted to update the floor plan, put in some modern appliances, modern hardware. By the way, the hardware in the house is incredible. There is similar hardware in some of the rooms, and it's this beautiful cabinetry by Duver, and it sort of replicates like a totem pole or something that's got sort of a tiki surf sort of carving to it. Really cool stuff. But anyway, we created a more modern floor plan throughout the house. We gave a fantastic open space to the living room and dining room. We did create some sort of divisioning with folded sort of mahogany blade partition walls. And it helps to just give depth in the space. We used a lot of vintage bamboo. We used a lot of wicker and rattan. The rugs, which are amazing, are all by the rug company, and they're textural and fluffy, and it's like there's a barefoot luxury to being in this house. You want to instantly just like kick your feet off, your shoes off, and walk barefoot through everything. And I think you're just going to find it really interesting. The kitchen's amazing. All the bathrooms have the latest and greatest. And the windows are also a feat. They are insane. They completely open up. So all of the walls in this house have incredible expansive views of Eisenhower Mountain, which is directly outside. So I hope you all get a chance to see this house and witness all the beautiful product, again, so generously sponsored by PIRCH. Thank you.